Hi everyone, this is Ryan, and in this video I'm going to showcase my Kanbas project, which is an online learning environment inspired by Canvas. Canvas supports three types of users: students, faculty, and admins. And in this video I'm going to briefly show you how each of these users can interact with this platform. All right, let's start by signing in as a student. So the first page you see is the dashboard. This is going to list all of the courses that you are enrolled in. If you want to enroll in any new course or unenroll from a course that you already have, you can just press on this button and a list of all available courses is going to appear. And let's say I want to unenroll from law and enroll in sociology. You can see that these changes are reflected here. Now let's go ahead and check out this one because I have prepared it beforehand. You can see a list of a bunch of modules and lessons. For instance, you can download this file. This is all controlled by the faculty member, so the professor. The professor can add a lot of, lessons, modules, whatever they want. And I'm going to show you how in a little bit. Now, you can also check out the announcements made for that course and read them. And it shows you also who wrote them and when they were posted. You can check out the course notifications. This is going to be a list of all the announcements and all of the assignments and quizzes that are made available and published. And then you can also check out analytics. So for each assignment and each quiz, you get a box plot that shows you the score distribution. Um, so yeah, and then you can also by clicking here, you just get directed to the Outlook landing page. If you go to modules, it's pretty much the same thing, but without all of the course status buttons. Now, if you go to assignments, you can see a list of all the assignments that are published for students. So let's check out this one, for instance. You can see that this student already took this assignment, and this was their submission, and they got a 100 out of 100. Now, let's see this one, for instance. You can see that they already took the assignment. It's still not graded yet, so it's waiting for the professor to grade it. But it also looks like the professor made it so that you can have multiple attempts. So you can actually take a new attempt and upload either a file, um, a text, or a link. Now, if you go to quizzes, you also get a list of all available quizzes. If you check out this one, for instance, you can see that this student already took this quiz. So you can either see their last attempt, and there you get a list of all of their correct and incorrect answers, and a bunch of other information, which also includes the score. Now let's take it again and try to do better. So you can either press on these buttons to move back and forth, or you can actually go to a specific question by clicking on these links. And it also shows you the remaining time. So let's do this quickly. This is going to be -10, true, false, and finally 30. Now, if you submit your quiz, you're going to see that the score is going to change. So now we got a 50 out of 50. All right, and these are all of your answers. Now, let's go to grades. Here you can see this was the course that we just got, by the way, quiz one. So this is a list of all of your scores for that course for assignments and quizzes. And this is your final grade for the course, or rather the current course grade. And then you also have a list of all the people that are enrolled in that class. You can look them up by name or by roles. So let's say students or faculty. You can see that there's only one professor teaching that class. If you go to account now, you get this profile section where you can basically edit any information you want about yourself. Now let's log in as a professor and show you a little bit of what they can do. Now, this is not going to be very detailed. If you want to watch more details, feel free to check out some of my other videos that I'm going to include under the supporting documents section. These are going to be a lot more detailed and they're going to show you exactly what each user is capable of doing with this platform. This is going to be a general video because I don't want it to be too long. So yeah. Now, as a professor, you log in. You can see that immediately you are able to edit a course. So you can change the course name or description or anything you would like. You can also enroll or unenroll in any other course, just like a student would. Now, if you go to this course, you can see you have a lot more control. You can add a module, for example. Let's say module. Okay, let's add it and then see. Oh, this is going to be 7. So let's edit it, write 7. And let's add, let's say, one lesson. So lesson 1. You can add a link, you can add a file. So if I were to add a link, for instance, this is how things are going to render. This is not an actual link, so I'm not going to press it, but this is just to show you how things are going to render. And then a file, this is how it renders. Now you can also, you have a lot more control here. You can unpublish everything, for example. So if you were to go and see it as a student, you're not going to see anything. A student is not going to be able to see anything. But if you were to publish everything, a student will now see everything, including the last module that we just added. Now you can also go to announcements. You can add a new announcement. Um, you can also edit it. You can delete it. You can do a lot. Oh, actually, this one. All right. You can do a lot with it. You can edit it. You can also delete it. So let's keep it now. And then the other sections are exactly the same for students and professors. So the course notifications, the analytics section, and the Outlook button. Now, if you go to assignments, you can see also a list of a bunch of assignments. You can add an assignment, you can unpublish or publish an assignment. You can pretty much do whatever you want, or you can even edit or delete. So in that case, if you were to see it as a student, that last assignment is not going to show because we made it unpublished. Um, Now let's add a test assignment. All right, upload a file. You can upload any file here just to show you. And then you have to specify the amount of points, how many attempts are permitted, and the percentage of the final grade. And then you also have to specify the due date and the available from or until. So let's make this available after the current date. So it's not going to be available yet. It's going to say not available until this certain specific date. Now let's go to quizzes. Same thing here. You can see a list of all the quizzes and you can also add a quiz. Let's add one quickly. So this is going to be test quiz. Answer these questions. And then you can choose how to configure your quiz. I'm going to show you this in a lot more detail in one of my other videos, but for now, let's keep it simple. Just choose the due date and let's make this one available. So let's choose the available from and available until dates. All right, what have I just done? Okay, let's go back and do it again. Okay. So this one's going to be available. Now, if I were to go and add a few questions, you can choose from 3 choices, either multiple choice, true or false, or fill in the blank. So for this one, multiple choice, you can add as many answers as you want, all right? And you can make one of them, well, you have to make one of them the right answer. So in that case, this is going to be 6. You just check the box or the button. And then Q2, let's say true or false. 5 points. 6 is odd. This is going to be false. And then finally, for the last question, you can choose fill in the blank, make it 15 points, and you can be like, okay, 2 plus absolute value of something equals to 5. In that case, you have 2 possible answers, 3 and or -3. And yeah, save and publish. So you can see now this is the new quiz that we just added. This is the quiz details screen, and I made it published. As a professor, you can also preview the quiz, so you can click on this button, and it'll show you pretty much exactly what a student would see if they were to take that quiz. So let's answer. All right, let's make this one false, actually. I mean, incorrect, and see what happens. And then let's say -3 here, submit. So you got a 25 out of 30, and this was your incorrect answer. And yeah, you can see here that the correct answers also show. So this is not going to be stored, but this is just to show the professor what a student would see if they were to take that quiz. Now, if you want to grade a student, you simply press on this button, for example, and this is going to be a list of all of the assignments and quizzes that student has, whether they took it yet or not. So you can see for exam 2, 3, 4, they still have not taken that quiz. But for all the other, you can see their grades. Now, if you want to change a grade, you can just press here and update that grade. For quizzes, you can also see their submission. So you can also see what the student actually answered. And now for people section, it's pretty much the same thing for students and for faculty members. You can look up people by name or by role. But you get a lot more information. So you get their ID, you get their last activity, the total activity, and this is actually updating in real time. So total activity actually tracks how much time you spend on this website as each of these users. And if you go to profile, it's pretty much the same thing. Now let's log in as an admin. So in that case, I'm the only admin here. I made myself admin. I just want to show you a little bit of what I can do. So an admin pretty much has access to everything. They can delete a course, they can edit a course, they can yeah, they can if they go to a course, they're not going to be able to do much because they shouldn't be able to meddle with the professor's the assignments, quizzes, and modules, but they can you know, do a lot more from a higher level. So they can edit, they can delete it. They can also add a new course. Um, and if they go to account, if they go to users, they can see a list of all of the users, check out all of their information, and they can actually also edit user informations. And they can add they can add either a faculty member or a student, and then they can fill out their information. And they can also delete users. So yeah, they pretty much have a lot of control. So this is it for this video. I don't want to make it a lot longer. So if you want to see more details, please feel free to check out some of my other videos that I'm going to include on this page. Thank you so much for watching.